Mario Barrios. He is really tall for this weight division. He's younger than Jose Luis Rodriguez. He's got the reach advantage. Let's see if he uses those in this fight. And there is Jose Luis Rodriguez. He's out of Mexico. Last fought in April. This is his first time fighting in the United States, but he's been active. This will be his third fight of the year. Both fighters, as you can see, are in the ring. We get the official introduction from Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on FS1 from Lancaster, California, Premier Boxing Champions now features 10 rounds in the junior welterweight division. The three judges ringside are Rudy Barragan, Max DeLuca, and Ralph McKnight. And the referee in charge, when the bell sounds, Zachary Young. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the colors of Mexico. His professional record, 21 wins, 12 of those coming by way of knockout against 9 losses. Fighting out of Tamaulipas, Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, presentando Jose Luis La Boa Rodriguez. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the leopard print. As a professional, he is perfect. 18 wins, 10 of those coming by way of KO. From San Antonio, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mario El Niño de Oro Barrios.
Chain, move the chain, or the rosary, sorry. She's second. Okay, ya hablamos de las reglas. We already spoke about the rules. No hay nada más que decir. There's nothing left to say but good luck. Buena suerte a los dos. Good luck. Okay, good.
Well, there's Jose Luis Rodriguez. Mario Barrios.
You ready, Mario?
Barrios is one of those guys. A lot of expectations. And he comes out in the cheetah print shorts. Rodriguez with the white trunks.
Yeah, you know, he's starting off, you know, he's fighting tall. You know, I've had the similar situation. I fight much shorter guys, so you just want to have to use your jab, wait for them to come in, keep them out with that jab.
Short uppercut there by Barrios. You always hear that a lot, especially when you're fighting, Barrios fighting. They say, look, you're tall, fight tall.
Yeah, you know, he has the most of the advantage. He really just has to wait for him to come in, you know, but use the jab and be smart about it. He's going to catch a smaller guy every time leaning in, so just, you know, sit back and pick your shots smart.
He's definitely trying to catch Rodriguez with that uppercut. Rodriguez took this fight on 2 weeks' notice. He said he was always in the gym, so it was no problem for him making weight and being ready.
Yeah, the thing about the fighters from Mexico, you know, they always stay ready. They're always looking for that opportunity to shock the world. And Boy said he took the fight on short notice. And, you know, he came in here to do his job.
He connect with a right hand to Barrios, and Barrios is one of those guys, special talent. But he said, listen, he says, when I get hit, I like to fight. I like to slug it out.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the Mexican in all of us. You know, we're all warriors, so every time there's a fight, we don't shy away from it. But, you know, he really doesn't have to do it. He just has to throw the jab. You know, this guy's basically turning himself in. So he just has to look for the right moment to strike.
He caught him with a check hook there and kind of stumbled Rodriguez.
Yeah, I would like to see Barrios, you know, wait for a step back up. You know, the bow is coming right there. That would have been a perfect time to throw it.
Boa is certainly connected with a right hand.
Yeah, but Barrios is controlling the pace. You know, he's throwing the jab. You know, he's looking for openings, but he's landing a lot as well.
Here's a left hook to the body by Rodriguez. We're under a minute left here in round 1.
Yeah, and that would be the best punches to go, the best place to go to the body. You see, he's a little bit fluffy around the stomach, so that would be the best place to hit Laboa at.
Counter left hook by Rodriguez.
That was a good uppercut to the midsection.
Yep. And you can see Rodriguez countered again with that left hook. Right hand to the body by Barrios. Final seconds here of round 1, a spirited round 1.
Yeah, Barrios warmed up, and you know, I feel like we're gonna get a good round 2. It's a good round so far.
Round 2. When we come back, it's the PBC here on FS1.
Mario Barrios.
Welcome back, folks. On Saturday, July 29th, Premier Boxing Champions returns to Showtime, where former 4-division world title holder Adrian the Problem Broner faces Mikey Garcia. They're going to fight in one of the most anticipated fights this summer at 140 pounds. That one's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a really great fight. You know, I'm looking forward to that.
We got one here. Mario Barrios taking on Jose Luis Rodriguez. Barrios on that jab now here in round 2.
You know, I would like to see a little bit more angle from Barrios. You see the midsection open. I would like to see him turn to the left, you know, and hit him with the left hook in that midsection. That would definitely put him out.
Go ahead. Stop punching, Mike.
Barrios' third fight at 140 pounds.
Stop punching, Mike.
You know, but Laboa's not backing down either. I like what I'm seeing from him. You know, he's putting a lot of pressure as well. You know, he's making a good fight out of it.
Just ate a right hand from Barrios.
That was a good right hand as well.
And the short uppercut you can see by Barrios. Rodriguez coming forward.
Stop. Stop punching. Stop.
You know, I would like to see Barrios throwing more than one jab at a time. You know, throw one, maybe double, maybe triple jab to set up that right hand.
There's that check left hook by Barrios.
He has a good stiff jab, and you can see it right there. As soon as he throws it, you know, there's nothing Laboa can do about it. That was a good left hook.
There's a left to the body by Barrios.
And I think he hurt him with that left hook to the body. I think he should go back to it.
Here it is again, a little uppercut to the midsection. Under a minute here in round 2. This is scheduled for 10. Here's a left hook by Rodriguez. Both guys try to go to the body. Another left hook by Rodriguez.
You know, when Barrios is in close, I would like to see him slip Laboa's hand down, you know, to kind of pull it down and create a little right hook for himself too. I actually like to do that myself. It's really unexpected, so when you hit him, you always hurt him.
Stop punching.
Here's the final seconds. And Rodriguez finishes with a flurry. This is round 3. Left hook, right hand there by Barrios.
Yeah, he's starting off pretty good right now this round. I think he knows he got him hurt the last round. He's not wasting no time right now.
Okay, stop punching. Hey, stop. Stop.
Here's that short uppercut. And a left hook by Rodriguez.
Stop!
2 minutes here in round 3.
You know, Barrios has been doing very well, but he's boxing a little bit more. Lebeau is putting most of the pressure, in my opinion. I would like to see Barrios do that to him.
Stop!
Every time he puts the pressure on Lebeau, you know, he hurts him, so he should go back to the body.
Well, you know, I remember Rodriguez telling us that the main thing for him was to cut the distance off, he said. Obviously, cut the ring off and the distance for Barrios, because he felt like Barrios uses the distance well, but be very aggressive with him. So I got to push the pace.
Yeah, and he's been executing his game plan, Rodriguez. You know, he's doing everything he said. He's been cutting the distance. Just that Barrios has a little bit more speed than him, so he's able to catch him a little bit more every time he comes in.
There's an uppercut as they both land some good punches there as we're inside of a minute.
Okay, stop.
Barrios now being trained by former trainer of the year, Virgil Hunter, who trains Andre Ward. There's a combination. Ended it with a right hand by Barrios. Andre Berto, Amir Khan.
Yeah, Barrios is definitely putting his combinations a little bit better now. He's a little bit more in his groove. He's in the zone right now, kind of.
Their third fight together.
Stop.
Hunter and Barrios.
I would like to see Barrios, you know, push him back to the ropes and work the body a little bit more, actually. He's doing really good so far.
Here's another exchange at the bell. Round 4. This is round 4.
Barrios is letting his hands go. He's landing all the good combinations.
Short right hand by Rodriguez clipped Barrios.
You know, but I would like him to, you know, as soon as, you know, Lebeau tries to come in, I would like to see Barrios throw that jab, you know, to cancel out his offense.
Body shot there. And an uppercut by Barrios. That would stop Rodriguez coming forward.
Stop punching. Do not punch me, y'all. Do not.
Keep in mind, for Rodriguez, we talk about opportunity and making a statement. This is his first time fighting in the States. He's so excited to talk to us about that.
Oh, you know, yeah, it was his first fight in the United States, and you know, not too much people get the chance to fight a great prospect like Barrios, you know. So he said he was going to come in here, put pressure all night. That's what he's been doing all night. It's been a really good fight so far.
Stop altogether. Stop.
This is the 6th undefeated fighter Rodriguez has faced in his career. He's just 1-5 against those undefeated fighters, but he said I had to fight a lot of those guys at a heavier weight. This is the first time I've really had the opportunity to fight somebody at a weight that I feel comfortable.
You know, and you can tell Rodriguez has been training. You know, he's in really good shape because he keeps coming forward. He keeps taking a lot of good shots as well, but he's still in front of Barrios. So, you know, hats up to Rodriguez. He came really prepared tonight.
Under a minute left here in round 4. wrist with that looping right hand. Short uppercut.
That was a step back right hand I was talking about earlier. He took a little bit long with it, but he still did, and he landed good. I would like to see him do that more, you know, throw the jab first and then wait for him to come in.
Left hand gets in by Barrios. He continues to go to the body of Rodriguez.
He's landing some good power shots as well.
Stop.
Rodriguez gets in a 1-2. And a left hook right on the chin of Barrios.
Yeah, Brian, Mario isn't the only professional boxer in his family. His older sister, Selena, actually just had her pro debut in January. She's 1-0, one knockout, had an amateur record of 68-2. You know, he works her corner at her fights. They were very close, but he was honest with us. He said they used to spar growing up, and she would rough him up a little bit. And even I double-checked with their father, Martin, and he said it wasn't until Mario was 15 or 16 years old that he could hold his own against her. And he credits her for giving him the aggression and toughness we see in the ring tonight. Brian?
Big sis doing work on Mario, huh?
Yeah, you know, back then when we used to have a team of amateurs, you know, I used to spar some of the girls, the older girls, and, you know, they're no joke. They come out, they have as much power as the guys.
Yeah, these guys exchange against the ropes. And you talked about the toughness, David, of Rodriguez, and look, this is a guy who was in the ring with Felix Verdejo and went all 12 with it. He lost the decision, but went the entire distance with it.
Yeah, and I think he might go the entire distance now. I mean, everything Barrios has thrown at him has been landing good, but it doesn't seem like it's hurting him. And he keeps coming for it, you know, so he's doing a good job.
Stop punching.
Yeah, but you know, I think Barrios needs to keep that jab. He needs to remind himself to throw that jab to keep the fight at distance. Right now, he's kind of just falling into Rodriguez, and they're kind of just both, they're both like fighting man to man in the middle, but he should be able to keep the distance. They're falling in both together right there.
Look at the hands go there, Barrios.
Stop punching.
You know, and sometimes the most effective punches you throw in the fight are the most simple, the 1-2. Barrios hasn't really thrown that, but if he does throw that, he would catch Rodriguez pretty good.
Under a minute left here in round 5. Barrios was supposed to fight in April. He was scheduled to fight Nelson Lara in Tunica, Mississippi, but Lara came into the fight 8 pounds over.
And Rodriguez is actually really using the weight of his legs really well. You see how he keeps Barrios back, and he keeps his back against the ropes. You know, that's a veteran move right there.
Here comes the final seconds of round 5.
Stop pushing.
Round 6 when we come back.
Get that towel out of there. Get that out.
Again, if you want to score these fights, get on that Throwdown scoring app. David, let's take a look at your unofficial scorecard here. And you gave Barrios basically every round except for the last round. You said Rodriguez took that one.
Yeah, the reason I feel that, you know, Barrios, the first 4 rounds, he was boxing him nice, keeping him at the distance. But I feel the last round, you know, Rodriguez kind of made him fight his fight. You know, they were brawling a lot, and then Rodriguez was actually backing him up to the corner, to the ropes. But, you know, it's been a good fight so far.
This one is scheduled for 10. We've already talked about how tough Rodriguez is. He went 10 with Felix Verdejo. He eats a right hand there. Barrios has only been past the 8th round once in his career. There's a right hand as he loads up.
I would like to see, Barrios maybe touch the right side of the head, and just to set up the left hook to the body, not always just throw it off the bat, because that shows he's showing the left hook, so Rodriguez knows he's gonna throw it. Maybe right there, touch with the uppercut, or touch with the jab, come up with the uppercut, come up with the left hook to the body.
Okay, stop punching, stop.
We've come to the halfway point of round 6. We are already at the halfway point of this fight.
Get off his neck, Mario. Get off his neck like that.
Rodriguez is a tough guy. He's taking some hellacious shots, and he's still standing in front of Barrios.
Barrios said he was well prepared for this fight. He did a lot of sparring with Levan Gavamachava, the Wolf, who's also part of that Virgil Hunter stable.
And so he should have been prepared for the type of pressure he's putting, because the Wolf, he's a really pressure fighter. And I'm pretty sure he's a little bit stronger than Rodriguez, so he should have been 100% ready for this. He knew exactly what he was going to do.
Stop punching.
30 seconds left here in round 6. Barrios got out of that corner.
Still, I think he should push him back to the corner and work his body. Maybe throw that jab a little bit more.
Short uppercut by Barrios. Round 7 coming up. Barrios, the 7th undefeated fighter he's faced in his career, 1-5 thus far against undefeated fighters.
That's a good uppercut. Now I feel the sense that he's boxing a little bit better. He picked up his pace.
Yeah, he certainly picked up the pace. Big body shot by Barrios that drops Rodriguez. And that's it.
See, exactly what I said. They needed to push him back to the ropes and work that body, and that's how he knocked him out.
A devastating body shot by Mario Barrios, and the Golden Boy has stopped Jose Luis Rodriguez. That was a vicious body shot.
Yeah, he said he came out the round, throwing shots, pushed him back to the ropes, hit him with a nice left hook to the body, or it started with the uppercut, then a nice left hook to the body, and got it done.
Ooh, right on the liver.
And those are super hard shots, because they just penetrate you and you can't move. You feel like you can't actually breathe. That's probably one of the most devastating shots to get knocked out by.
Rodriguez is up, and when we come back, we'll get the official time of the stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 37 seconds of the 7th round for your winner by knockout and remaining perfect, Mario, El Niño de Oro Barrios.
Well, the Golden Boy remains golden and unbeaten as he gets the knockout. He's inside the ring right now with our Jordan Hardy. Jordan?
Brian, thank you. I'm here with Mario Barrios. Congratulations. What a great knockout. Talk to me about what was going through your head as you were setting up that shot.
I knew he was gonna fight the whole round. He stayed coming nonstop. I knew it in order to find the punch, I was gonna have to keep my distance. And I think I stunned him with an overhand. He backed up into the ropes. I had to find the opening, tapping upstairs, and I found it to that liver.
All right, and now you're improving your record. You're getting to that level where a world title shot should be coming. You have a very great undefeated record. Are there any names that you have in mind that you would like to face next?
Like I said, I'm in the 140-pound class for everybody. I mean, you know, we're trying to work our way up to the title. There's no rush right now. I mean, so we're just taking a fight at a time. Whoever my team decides is next, they're next.
All right, well, thank you. Congratulations to you and your team. Brian, back to you.
All right, Jordan, thank you. Another victory, another knockout for Mario Barrios.